Hello everyone, my name is Tiff. I had VSG surgery March 16th, 2020. This is my 1 year, I'm looking at my tablet, 1 month and a couple days, almost like 2 weeks, update. I have 3 other videos on my channel. So I don't know if you really want to call it a channel yet, but I'm excited to share my information and maybe I can encourage someone to also take that jump. So once again, my name is Tiff. I had surgery March 16th, 2020 during the quarantine lockdown by myself. My highest weight was 308. My surgery weight was 274 and my current weight is 159. Yes, sir. My total loss since surgery was 115, and since my highest weight is 150. So I have a couple topics I wanted to talk about. It's not going to be a long video, but I wanted to hit some things that I look for when I look at videos. So my hardest month was the 1st to the 6th month. It's like you don't know what to eat. Your stomach is not your friend. You try to get as much water and protein, but it's really hard. I knew before starting the surgery, and I've said this in my other videos, that it was imperative for me to have a support system. So I started therapy in January. I had my surgery in March. And I'm still seeing my therapist as well as different groups on Facebook, and my nutritionist has a group as well online. So it's been one day at a time. I know that sounds cheesy, but it really is how it goes. So eating habits, carbs, I'm bad with carbs, but when you have carbs, of course, has like no nutrition pretty much, but it's like the easiest thing that goes down your body, that goes down. So if I notice that I haven't eaten, I'll grab some like a Triscuit or some wheat thins. I know, don't judge me. This is still, I know it's been a year, but it's still hard in these streets, okay? So I'll have something like that. If I can't eat, I'll make sure I focus on liquids. I'm still trying to figure everything out. And like I said, you really don't have control over, your body until like after the 6th month. So I'm still working on it, but yeah, 1st month to the 6th month was really tough. It's not tough for everybody, but it was for Tiff. So yeah, I still find it hard to get in vegetables and fruit, especially fruit. For some reason, excuse me, my body does not like fruit. But today I actually had a green smoothie, which incorporates veggies and fruit, and it went down pretty good. I had like a 12-ounce cup, and I was able to drink more than half. So I was very proud of myself. So that's my new motivator, or my new drink that can help me, hit those marks. So in regards to vegetables, I'm able to do steamed vegetables here and there. I just found out I can do Caesar salad, which is not necessarily the healthiest, but I'm getting something in there. Something's better than nothing. I'm sorry, I talk too much all day. I'm a teacher, so my throat is dry. I should have got water, but this is more important than drinking, or no. So also applesauce works for me. I have warning signs, which is great when I know I need to stop eating. I have hiccups, very annoying hiccups. I burp, which is gross. My stomach talks. You'll notice that your stomach has its own, conversation about what's going on. So that's definitely some way to pay attention to the signs in your body, which helps. In regards to, the mental piece is the piece you need the most support in. Because if you're right mentally, it trickles down to everything else. And we know that our brain controls everything. So if you're focused on something, you'll be able to get through your journey or handle your journey. So so here and there, that month 1 to 6, it was a lot of emotions because I'm an emotional eater, which is very common for VSG patients, right? We eat when we're happy, we eat when we're sad, we eat because it's a routine every Friday. After work, I would get pizza, I would get breadsticks, I would get pop and tiramisu. That first Friday where I couldn't have that, I was toe up. I was like a kid up in the house crying. So right now, I may order that stuff, but I definitely will only be able to eat like half a slice of pizza, maybe 2 wings. I definitely monitor it. And like I said, your stomach definitely lets you know, like, I'm gonna need you to stop eating. So, but yeah, like I said, number one, God, right? Prayer. Duh, I should have said that first. But yeah, prayer plays a huge part. I journal. I pray about struggles that I have with the surgery as well as in life, right? Because that's what God is for, or God does for us. Water. Water was really hard in the beginning. You cannot chug water. I sip water, but that's always a focus. If I notice that I haven't drunk enough water, that's my focus. If I notice that I haven't eaten enough food, I drink water. If I've eaten a lot of food and have drunk water, you know, like vice versa, I just always make sure I focus and pay attention to what's going in my body. So water is important. Now, the enemy, vitamins. Vitamins is the devil. We have to take them forever, not just one pill. We have to make sure we're keeping up with our protein, iron, vitamin A, B1, B12, D, all kinds of stuff. Calcium, which is extremely important. So I am not the best at the vitamins, which is definitely dumb. Because when your stomach is half gone, you're not getting the same nutrition. So every day I pray about it and I try to be better than the day before. So some days I do good, some days I do not. And if I don't feel like my stomach can handle like the vitamins, because sometimes it makes me sick, I try to get it from food. So I try to do something. You're thinking about your body all the time and what you're eating and drinking, because you want to enjoy this new body and you don't want to go backwards. You want to be healthy. Having the surgery is just a tool. So making sure you're keeping up with it and following what your body's doing, what your mind is doing, taking your vitamins. Exercise is another thing. I started out very strong. Once I was able to exercise, I was going ham. Of course, I slowed down. I'm a teacher. We went back to school. I slowed down a lot. Now I've picked it back up. You know, like I said, you're not going to be perfect. But if you're striving to be better than the day before, then you're on track. Biggest fear of gaining weight. I do want to gain weight, but I want muscle weight. So my goal had always been, I want to get to 175. Because if I'm 175, I still be, you know, a thick Mississippi girl. When I started going lower and lower, I noticed that all that meat in the right places was disappearing. So, I don't have a lot of loose skin, but what I have left is kind of like, it's kind of graphic, but mushy. Like there's no strength, there's no muscle to my body. And I know that's imperative to staying healthy. So that's definitely been a focus recently. Bones. My bones are very tender. Now, I've said this in multiple videos, I have lupus. So, regardless of how much weight I have and everything, it's a chronic disease. So sometimes, every other day I may be in pain, but having a weight loss surgery definitely lessened the amount of flare-ups that I have. So being consistent with calcium and my vitamins, focusing on not gaining weight, but gaining, bad weight, but gaining like muscles and things like that. That's the focus. And, keeping up with my health. I love that I got the surgery. Sometimes I feel bad or don't like the fact that I got the surgery. But when you look at yourself and you feel good, you don't wake up like an 80-year-old woman at 39, it's totally worth the journey. So thanks for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please feel free. Do not hesitate to ask questions. It engages me and motivates me to be better. And I hope to motivate you guys as well. So have a blessed day. Once again, thank you. If you want to subscribe, you know, all that good stuff, that'll be great too. So have a great day. Thank you.